crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I'm going to be doing my flip through in my January devotional journal. This journal is from Cheaply Chic. It is her January collection, and I am going to just flip through this and share with you what I did for this month's devotional. I do want to let you know that the link to the devotional is at the bottom if you want to click on the description. I also have Cheaply Chic's channel, YouTube channel, and Etsy shop down there as well. Her February collection is really cute and can't wait to get mine in the mail, but I wanted to make sure I finished up January because I don't like getting the new one when I haven't finished the old one. So I'm so glad I had some time to get this finished, and I really love how it turned out. So I hope that you guys do too. So let's go ahead and dive in and show you what I did. So first of all, this is the journal. It's really super cute. I do want to let you know that there's a couple of Plan With Me's on my channel as not Plan With Me's. I do have Plan With Me's on my channel. I do Happy Planner videos as well. I do have Journal With Me's on here. So as I flip through the specific pages, I'll make sure I leave a link right here so that you can just click on that link if you want to go to that specific video to see how I did those particular ones that I have Journal With Me's. So I just going to go ahead and start. So I did do the cover. It's called Lay It Down. That was the January devotional that I did. And here is the first page. I'm just going to flip through these fairly quickly. Not really going to talk about it. I like how I did this part right here. I tore off some pages to kind of like highlight some pages within the verse. Here is a little collage that I did. I did some collage paper that I actually did include in a video. So when I get to that page, I'll make sure I show it to you. I added this little fabric belly band here. This fabric, most of the fabric came, except the lace, came from Cheaply Chic's channel. I mean, her Etsy shop. She did have some fabric up on her Etsy and at one point, but I don't think she has anymore. It was just something that she had at a certain time. I think she might put more later. And then there's a little half sheet here, and I did some stamping. I just stamped it up with some like script writing and put some washi tape down. This one I did in a junk journal, in a junk journal with me. So I'll make sure, like I said, I'll leave it right here in the top corner so you can see how I put this together. This is actually clipped on here with a little Tim Holtz paper clip, but it is a little tuck spot. I did some collaging here on the side with some things. The scripture was talking about love, so I thought that was appropriate. Here's a little pocket that I did. This is just a Tim Holtz tag. And then I pinned this little tag on top of it with the date on there and this little clip art, or not clip art, this little die cut. And the scripture was talking about dream, like the devotional was about a dream. So I thought that little card was appropriate. And then I did like a little tuck spot again, and there's the journaling on the back of this with the quote from this devotional, and then the scripture. And I did some stenciling on this page that came in the journal. And then I added this lace. This had kind of a bigger, it came from like a piece of fabric. So I had the fabric on there still, and I just glued it on there, and then so it flips up. There's really nothing on this side. I just left that blank. Did some collaging here. This is actually kind of cool. What I did here is I had some strips. I'm doing some little golden book junk journals. So I had some strips of the tea dye paper because I was cutting up the tea dye paper to fit into the journals, and so I had some strips. So Gail, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she actually did this in one of her at a craft with me that she had a couple of months back. She did this kind of weaving pattern thing, so I really liked that. So that was where I got the idea to do that. This all from this stickers were from Bella's Bits and Buys. And I just tore them up and kind of did a little collaging. This one I really didn't like. I didn't like how the stamped. It kind of stamped kind of funky, but that's all right. I could cover it up if I want, but I just left it. And then this one I like how I did the kind of typewriter kind of font. And then I wrote some stuff on this side. And then this was just a little journal card that I had, and I put this little prayer thing, and I did stencil it with some spray. I don't know if you can see that, but, and then I just put this little guest check in here with the scripture on it. And there's journaling on the back. This was one of my, what's it called? What's this called? Eden Holden book. So I got this Eden Holden book in a thrift store. I got it from thriftybooks.com. So I just used the January one for the middle sectioner. I was thinking about putting this over here on this side, like this. But then when I glued it, it didn't quite fit. So I'm like, oh, I'll just put it over here on this side. So this has got my journaling on the back of it. So it's nice and hidden. And then I have the scripture on the side. So it worked out perfectly. I did do a journal with me for this one, so you could take a look at that. There is my tag. This is a collage tag. So if you want to see that collage paper, you can check the link. Again, this was part of the journal with me. This one, it was the other side of that paper, the etiquette paper. So it was folded over, but I wanted it kind of look, I liked the look of the blue flower with these blue flowers. So I just ripped it off. And then I just did some layering with the paper. And then I just left this blank. Thought that looked cute just the way it was. I added this little fabric clip here and did some journaling on the underneath side. I added this music sheet paper and a couple of clear stickers, and then just wrote the scripture here, and then I wrote some of the lyrics to the music that was in the devotional. I like how I did this one. This one was talking about you are the light of the world. So what I did is I have these little cut aparts from a Bible journaling book that I got. So I cut them, and I actually used the Tim Holtz Distressed ink to color them up instead of leaving them white. And I really like how that looks. And then I did some inking on the outside of the page, or around the page, just to make it look like it lit up. And then I just put some string. I just used my pen to write some strings on there. And then I also did it with this one as well. I did the same thing because I wanted some hidden journaling. So I added this little flip over on the side. This one's pretty plain. I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. This is the washi tape I bought from Bella's Bits and Buys. Here is just a little card. This was actually, this little bag right here was actually in the journal, and I tore it out because it really wasn't working. Wherever it was in the page just wasn't working with what I was trying to do, because I wanted to make it a 2-day spread, and it was kind of right in the middle. So I just ripped it out, and then I just used it as kind of a backdrop to some different pieces. And then I did, of course, journaling on the back. And this one, for this day, I just wrote in the 2 different things. I used, this was the half sheet. So on here, there's a little half sheet. So on this one, instead of using the half sheet, I just put it, I glued it like a pocket, a top loading pocket, or a bottom loading pocket, I guess it is. And then I did some collaging with some different paper. This is the paper that I used on this tag. So you can see I just ripped the tag. I ripped the paper, so I had some scraps. So I just used it on the back of this. This came from a book that I had. I just had a little scrap of it, so I thought I'd put it on there. Again, I used a bunch of that same washi tape. It looks like this. It's pretty big. It's like 4 inches wide. And I've already used quite a bit of it. And I didn't really need this graph paper in here. So what I did was, but I already used it on the other side. to do the decoupage with the napkin. So I couldn't tear it out because I already had used the other side. So I just glued it onto here. It actually is a pocket, but I didn't end up needing the pocket. So I just like how it looks now. And I decorated the other side to kind of match with some of the washi tape. And then I added this lace trim on the outside as well. And that's it. That is my journal for January. I'm really excited that I got it all done, and I can't wait till February's. If you want me to do an unboxing, so Lynette does unboxings, obviously. She shows the whole collection on her YouTube channel. So I don't typically do unboxings, but if you want me to, I definitely can. I can do a full unboxing video of what that collection looks like if you're interested. Or if you're just interested in playing with their journal with me, so I can do those as well. Sorry I keep saying plan with me. I just am about to be editing my planner video, so I have that on my head as well. So anyway, I am really excited. I hope that you guys are too. So I will definitely do some journal entries with the February kit collection when I get it. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe down below, because you don't want to miss if you don't want to miss any of my videos, you want to make sure that you subscribe and hit that little bell button, because it does give you notifications when I upload. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you again real soon in the next video. Bye.